John Cena's title reign nears the end. Why Seth Rollins isn't being used much in WWE lately. WWE Night of Champions 2025 versus the fear of Iran war. WWE had big WrestleMania plans for Jade Cargill before injury setbacks. Booker T walks out angry on WWE LFG. CM Punk gets upset about Liv Morgan's injury. Bill Goldberg's next WWE appearance revealed. WWE is protecting Goldberg. Dominic Mysterio recreates his childhood photo with Trish Stratus. Elijah was a victim of theft. Let's dive right in. Why Seth Rollins isn't being used much in WWE lately. WWE is packed with huge names like Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Gunther, LA Knight, and John Cena dominating the men's division, while Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, Tiffany Stratton, Sky, and Bayley rule the women's side. Among them, Seth Rollins stands tall as the visionary, a multi-time world champion with 2 WrestleMania main events under his belt. His legacy is unmatched, yet lately, he's been missing from shows like SmackDown and often sticks to promos instead of matches. Fans are wondering why he's not getting more screen time. Here are 4 reasons behind Rollins' lighter WWE schedule, and what it means for his future, his stable, and his Money in the Bank briefcase. Number 1. His Money in the Bank win stole enough spotlight. Just a few weeks ago, WWE's Money in the Bank event delivered 2 thrilling ladder matches. The men's match was a wild ride, featuring Seth Rollins alongside Penta, El Grande Americano, Andrade, LA Knight, and Solo Sikoa. In the end, Rollins climbed the ladder and grabbed the briefcase. As Mr. Money in the Bank, he's already a major focus, just one cash-in away from a world title. That victory keeps him in the spotlight without needing more matches right now, letting other stars take center stage for a bit. Number 2. Limited appearances build a shocking title cash-in. John Cena holds the undisputed WWE Championship, won at WrestleMania, while Gunther claimed the World Heavyweight Championship by defeating Jey Uso on Raw recently. With the Money in the Bank briefcase, Rollins holds the power to challenge either champion and likely walk away with the gold. If he were on TV every week teasing a cash-in, it'd lose its shock value. By keeping him off-screen more, WWE can make his eventual cash-in and title win a jaw-dropping moment, hitting harder and feeling more epic. Number 3. Stepping back boosts Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Rollins' stablemates, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, are 2 of WWE's most dangerous stars, racking up wins that could fill an arena with their beaten opponents. When Rollins skipped SmackDown, it gave Breaker and Reed a chance to shine. This approach has worked before. Sami Zayn and Jey Uso became huge stars when the Bloodline's Roman Reigns stepped back, letting them break out. The same could be happening here, with Rollins' absence pushing his stablemates into the spotlight. Number 4. Protecting Rollins' health for a big run. Injuries are a harsh reality in sports. Just last night, NBA star Tyrese Halliburton went down with a brutal injury in the season's final game. Last week on Raw, Liv Morgan suffered a shoulder injury needing surgery. Seth Rollins, a WWE veteran of over a decade, has plenty of wear and tear from his time in the ring, including past injuries as a former Shield member. Triple H likely wants to keep him healthy, giving him a lighter schedule to rest up. If a world title run is in the cards, everyone wants the visionary in top shape when that moment arrives. WWE Night of Champions 2025 versus the fear of the Iran war. WWE Night of Champions is set for Saturday, June 28th, broadcasting live from the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The event is shaping up to be a massive show, with top stars from Raw and SmackDown ready to deliver unforgettable matches. However, growing tensions in the Middle East, driven by the conflict between Israel and Iran, are casting a shadow over the event. The situation worsened after the United States bombed sites in Iran, raising concerns about safety in the region. Wrestling reporter Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful reached out to WWE for clarity on how these escalating tensions might affect the show. He noted that WWE hasn't responded or released a public statement on the matter. The company has strong ties to Saudi Arabia, regularly hosting major premium live events there as part of their partnership. WWE even announced that next year's Royal Rumble will take place in Riyadh, marking the first time the event will be held outside North America. This year's Night of Champions boasts a stacked card, headlined by John Cena, defending the undisputed WWE Championship against CM Punk, reigniting their iconic rivalry. Other big matches include Dominik Mysterio defending the Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles, and United States Champion Jacob Fatu taking on Solo Sikoa in a singles bout. The event will also feature the finals of the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring tournaments. With such high-profile clashes on the horizon, the outcomes could shake up WWE's future, but the regional tensions add uncertainty to the event's vibe. WWE had big WrestleMania plans for Jade Cargill before injury setbacks. Jade Cargill's Queen of the Ring campaign could catapult her to the pinnacle of WWE, but she was meant to be a champion already, if not for a poorly timed injury. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer spilled details about WWE's original blueprint for Cargill and their unwavering belief in her as a future headliner. When Brian Alvarez suggested Jade might win the tournament and clash with Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam, Meltzer confirmed WWE's high hopes for her from day one. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot, in their minds, Jade's a big-time superstar. I mean, even though Asuka's obviously, much better wrestler, but they have that in their mind. So I could see, Jade, Queen of the Ring makes sense, and going with Jade against, Stratton? I don't know. At SummerSlam. I mean, maybe. Meltzer also dropped a bombshell that Jade was slated to wear a title well before WrestleMania 41 rolled around. And, Jade was supposed to be, if she hadn't gotten hurt, Jade was supposed to be champion by WrestleMania and defending it at WrestleMania. Not at WrestleMania, but before WrestleMania. A late 2024 injury threw a wrench in those plans, but WWE's vision of Cargill as a powerhouse remains rock solid. With the Queen of the Ring tournament gaining steam and SummerSlam on the horizon, her rise to the top could kick back into high gear soon. Booker T walks out angry on WWE LFG. The second season of WWE LFG, Legends and Future Greats, kicked off with explosive drama on its June 22, 2025 premiere on A&E. The episode laid out the official rules and started the team selection process, but things spiraled fast when Michelle McCool stepped up to pick her squad. McCool shocked everyone by selecting P. Nasty and Anthony Luke, a move that instantly lit a fuse under Booker T. What began as a spark of competition erupted into a full-on meltdown, with the WWE Hall of Famer letting his anger boil over as he stormed out of the taping. "This is Bull S! I should have won Season 1! Booker roared, throwing a final jab at McCool. "Best of luck in your future endeavors." The episode cut off on a tense cliffhanger, leaving other coaches without a chance to pick and fans itching to know what's next. With the LFG championship belt and bragging rights up for grabs for the Legends and NXT contracts on the line for the Future Greats, it's clear personal beefs might hit harder than any training challenge. WWE LFG airs Sundays at 10 p.m. ET on A&E, with episodes available on demand via the A&E website and app. Did Michelle McCool make a smart move with her picks, or was Booker T justified in blowing up? CM Punk gets upset about Liv Morgan's injury. CM Punk grabbed attention at Fanatics Fest with his ice bath stunts, but his words about Liv Morgan stole the show. On the Cold as Balls panel with Kevin Hart, Punk gave a shout out to Morgan, who's out with a serious shoulder injury. While fans were caught up in Punk's icy flexing, the former WWE champion got serious, sharing the emotional toll of Morgan's absence. Many shout out to Liv Morgan, who recently I think got injured. She was on a tear. She was like my MVP for the year. Punk reflected on Morgan's growth, noting he wasn't around for her early WWE days, but has been amazed by her progress this past year. I look at people like Liv Morgan, who probably started right after I left, right? 2014-ish. And just from the time I've been around her and been able to see her work, just the way she's developed this last year, and just absolutely kind of like broken out of her shell and turned into this little worker, it kind of warms my heart. It's disappointing she got injured, but it's part of the process, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody gets out alive when you do this. It's just part of the job. Kevin Hart chimed in, applauding Punk's tribute. "I love you paying homage, just showing love." I think that's the dope thing about the sport. You can see that energy amongst the greats. Morgan's injury has thrown WWE's women's division into chaos, forcing big creative shifts and stalling her role in the upcoming Evolution 2 event. Punk's rare, heartfelt praise from a guy known for sharp jabs gave a touching nod to her impact. Bill Goldberg's next WWE appearance revealed. As WWE Night of Champions nears, the action heats up in Columbus, Ohio. Raw hits Netflix Live this Monday, June 23, 2025, from Nationwide Arena in the Buckeye State. On Sunday, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce dropped major news about the show's lineup, and WWE is going all out. WWE Hall of Famer Bill Goldberg will appear to talk about his huge return to the ring. The icon is slated to challenge World Heavyweight Champion Gunther at Saturday night's main event, and everyone's eager to hear what he'll say about his comeback. Pearce also revealed Seth Rollins will be live on the show, though his plans remain a mystery with Night of Champions looming. The card is loaded with big matches. Braun Breaker takes on Penta in what's sure to be a wild clash. The King and Queen of the Ring semifinals will feature Cody Rhodes against Jey Uso and Jade Cargill versus Roxanne Perez. Plus, Becky Lynch defends the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Bayley. Fans can watch it all live on Netflix at 8/7/C. With Goldberg and Rollins in the mix, Raw is set to deliver a chaotic night on the road to Night of Champions. WWE is protecting Goldberg. Former WWE star EC3 recently shared thoughts on how WWE's creative team could protect Goldberg in his upcoming clash. The WCW icon is set to challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event. Last week on Raw, the 58-year-old legend confronted the Ring General, bringing up their tense moment at Bad Blood last year and demanding a title shot. He vowed to take on Gunther in his hometown of Atlanta, Georgia. On a recent episode of the Wrestling Outlaws podcast, EC3 pitched a way to keep Goldberg strong in defeat. He suggested Gunther could escape the jackhammer and lock in a chokehold, letting Goldberg pass out without submitting. Do you know how over that would get? Even if it's that jackhammer and Gunther just slides out and he grabs a choke. Dude, a grown man choking you from behind. There's no way out. I mean, Goldberg probably won't tap, but you're 60, dude. It's over. WWE used a similar tactic before when Goldberg faced Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber 2022, where he passed out in Reigns' guillotine hold. It'll be intriguing to see how WWE crafts this high-stakes showdown at Saturday night's main event. Dominik Mysterio recreates his childhood photo with Trish Stratus. Dominic Mysterio has a short list of people he truly admires, and while Liv Morgan tops it, Trish Stratus holds a special place in his heart. Recently, the Intercontinental Champion teamed up with the WWE Hall of Famer to recreate a nostalgic photo from his childhood. Dominic posted the pictures on Twitter, showing Stratus lifting him in her arms as he held up his title, just like years ago when he was a kid. He gushed about her, calling her the greatest thing to come out of Canada. Best thing to ever come out of Canada, Trish Stratus calm. Dominic's rise as Intercontinental Champion has been huge, but he hasn't forgotten the support from legends like Stratus, who've cheered him on since day one. The recreated photo is a heartwarming nod to wrestling's deep-rooted legacy, and fans are eating it up. What do you think of Dominik Mysterio and Trish Stratus bringing back their iconic childhood photo? Elijah was a victim of theft. Elijah's been having a rough time lately, grappling with an injury, and now it turns out he was also robbed at WrestleCon this year. On the Keepin' It 100 podcast, host Conan revealed that during Elijah's appearance at WrestleCon in Las Vegas, thieves swiped nearly everything he had. His table, bags, and other belongings were taken, with only his guitar left behind. Both Conan and the host called it a rotten thing to happen to the TNA star. By the way, going back to something out here in Vegas, Elias, out here at WrestleCon, somebody stole his stuff, like the table, like everything. The only thing they didn't take, I think, was his guitar. But all his other stuff, like his bag and everything, somebody took it, which is pretty crappy. That's terrible. As previously reported, Elijah also suffered a torn triceps during the June 17th edition of WWE NXT after a bad landing following a double knee to his opponent's chest. He's since had successful surgery to fix the injury. Between this serious setback and the WrestleCon theft, Elijah's been through the ringer. Fans and the wrestling community are rallying behind him, wishing for a full recovery from his injury and hoping he can replace what was stolen. What do you make of Elijah's recent string of bad luck? John Cena's title reign nears the end. John Cena's run as undisputed WWE champion has already crossed 60 days, and he's deep into his retirement tour. He's set to defend his title against CM Punk at Night of Champions 2025 and is also slated for SummerSlam 2025. But there's a big reason he might drop the title soon: a shift back to being a fan-favorite hero. At Elimination Chamber 2025, the 17-time world champion turned heel, betraying Cody Rhodes and teaming up with The Rock. Since then, Cena has embraced his villain role. However, fans spotted a clue at the SummerSlam kickoff event when Cena hugged the cameraman, a move straight out of his babyface days. This moment fueled talk that Cena could soon return to his heroic roots before his final run ends. Losing the undisputed WWE Championship could pave the way for this change. Without the title, the last real champion might reflect on his villainous actions and feel remorse for turning his back on the WWE Universe, setting up a redemption arc to close his career as a beloved star. Even though Cena went heel months ago, signs of a babyface turn have been clear. At Backlash Street Louis, after beating Randy Orton for the title, the crowd's massive "thank you" chants left Cena visibly emotional, nearly in tears, a hint of his heroic side resurfacing. On the latest SmackDown, Cena cut a fiery promo, and the crowd's huge reaction made him pause, soaking it in. These moments show his final run in WWE is becoming more unforgettable by the day. With about 6 months left in his career, it'll be exciting to see how WWE shapes the rest of his journey.